Welcome back to Riley Everyday on the Sleepers Media YouTube channel. Today I am going to tell you 10 things you need to know about Texas's Tre Johnson ahead of the NBA draft. The first thing to know about Tre Johnson is his full name is Richard Earl Johnson III. His father, Richard Jr., played basketball at Baylor and D2 Midwestern State. Now, I know that Richard doesn't exactly strike you as a hooper name, so to speak, but hear me out. It does set the foundation to go by the full government when you're playing out of your mind, sort of like Wardell, Stephen Curry. The second thing to know about Tre Johnson is he has been a bucket his entire career. At Lake Highlands High in Dallas, Texas, he averaged 23 a game as a sophomore and scored 22 per night as a junior while leading his high school to its first state championship since the Nixon administration. Number 3, he transferred to Link Academy for his senior year, and surprisingly, that was the one place where he scored fewer than 20 points per game. Part of that was because he was on a loaded roster. He shared the backcourt with LeBaron Philon, who's another draft prospect, and incoming Kentucky guard Jasper Johnson. Still, Tre, he led Link in scoring and also got them to the semifinals of the Chipotle Nationals. Number 4, he chose Texas over Baylor, Arkansas, and Kentucky. Now, he originally visited the Longhorns when Chris Beard was still the coach, but Rodney Terry closed the deal. So shout out to the former coach for beating out his pop's alma mater. Moving on to his Texas career with number 5. He took Austin by storm in his debut where he scored 29 points in a narrow loss to Ohio State. This topped Kevin Durant's freshman debut record of 20 points. Number 6. In late February, he broke another one of Durant's record with 39 points against Arkansas, the most scored ever by a Texas freshman. And while we're at it, he broke one more of KD's records during his time in Austin, and that was made threes by a freshman in a season. However, judging by Kevin Durant's tweets, he didn't really seem to mind too much. He's always cheering him on, pretty cool to see. Seventh thing to know about Tre Johnson is he became the 5th freshman in SEC history to score over 150 points, make over 85 threes, and hit 120 plus free throws. He joined some elite company of guys like Malik Monk, Jamal Murray, Brandon Miller, and Brandon Knight. The 8th thing to know about Tre Johnson is he is a mid-range maestro. Let's peep the shot chart again, courtesy of CBB Analytics. As you can see, he can get wherever he wants to all over the court. He has elite footwork, and it's that work in the mid-range that has him drawing comparisons to Devin Booker, which is the one that I favor. I'm very high on Tre Johnson as a prospect. Number 9, the shot creation extends beyond the three-point line. Once again, I got a tweet from my guy Mohammed at MCF Draft on Twitter. You can see that Johnson shot 39.7% on off-the-dribble threes on good volume. This kid can do it all. He's super dynamic off the bounce. Again, big reason why I'm high on him. And finally, number 10. At the NBA Draft Combine, Tre Johnson measured with over a 6'10" wingspan. Now, this is significant because if you watch the tape, you can tell he lacks some of that true athleticism to become a lockdown defender, but I think that length will at least help him be disruptive, to stay on the court, give him a higher floor, even if he's never a true two-way guy, so to speak. But just another reason that adds to my belief in him as a prospect, why I would take him as high as number 3 in this draft.